to see what you can do, man. Training camp, I think you had like a hamstring thing going on. You took your time, you waited for your opportunity, and you hit the ground running, man. I mean, when you are as high as a draft pick as you are, you already got the swag and the confidence, man. When you stepped on the field for the first time during a regular season game, what that feel like?
It just felt like I needed to get back to the basics. Basically just going back to play football again, just on the biggest stage. So I was just ready to get out there and compete.
Yeah, Bump just talked about your swag, and like you're such a low-key dude, it seems like, off the field, but then on the field, like your personality, your playing personality is huge. Like, where does that come from?
That's just me being me out there on the field. I just love to compete and go out there and play. So I show a lot of passion and emotion for the game because I love what I do. So that's just the reason why I play like that on the field.
I love it, man. Keep doing it.
So when they drafted you, did you think, all right, I'm going to be a corner, I'm going to be that nickel spot? Was there communication when it came to what your role was going to be, or did it just kind of happen organically as the training camp went along?
We didn't really have a set spot where I was going to be. That kind of happened more as just the game plan. They got a feel for how I like to play and seen it on tape. So they were just like, okay, we just going to move you around to see how you adjust with it. And I was able to pick up on it pretty good. So we was like, okay, we just going to move you around. I'm like, all right.
I feel you. So you grew up in Florida.
Pensacola, Florida.
You went from that heat to that cold in Illinois. What was that like?
Boy, tell me something. Hey. Nah, it was just extremely cold. Like, I ain't used to that. And it's just windy, especially in Illinois, so it was just bad. But you get used to it, though. When you're out there on the field, you just got to suck it up and play. But off the field, it ain't nothing to be messed around with.
I feel
that
you.
cold is vicious.
Man.
It's vicious.
Man,
So,
I'm from Southern California. Then I went to school in Eastern Washington. This is the first time I saw a negative when I looked at the I'm like, what's going on here? I go, we canceling practice? What we doing, coach? I was like, nah, lace them up. Let's go ahead.
it's the usual. So it's like.
It's a regular Tuesday for you.
Right.
Oh, and when I was in practice, I was layered up. I had like too many layers on when I was practicing.
Yeah.
Same for you?
2 layer, thermal, sleeve, pants, tights, long socks, whatever. Vaseline, everything.
That's old school with Vaseline.
You need all that.
Yeah. Hey, when you get the phone call from the Seahawks, like a lot of people in the draft was thinking the Seahawks were going to go a different direction, and then they call you. Like, were you always in contact with them? Like, when you talked to them during like the pre-draft stuff, like what were those conversations like? Did they give you an indication that you might be their guy?
Nah. Originally, I ended up taking a visit here during when I visited my teams and stuff like that. And I really wasn't supposed to come here, and then they booked me to come here. So I'm like, okay, we fitted in my schedule, and I came here. And then I had no idea I was going to be here after the draft. So I'm like, okay, they just brought me in, whatever. So originally, everybody thought I was going to Detroit. So I was like, okay, I'm not probably going to fall past 6.
Right.
And then I remember draft night like it was yesterday. I was sitting down, I was on my phone. I was seeing where everybody said where everybody's going to go and stuff. And then all the camera people were around Jalen Carter because I think he was on the phone.
Right.
And then I was just chilling. I'm like, okay, I'll probably be going next. So, but then I had got a call. And then it was from Renton, Washington. I'm like, I told my agent, I'm like, hey, they calling me. I didn't know if I was supposed to answer the phone. So I answered the phone, and then they told me they selected me. And then by the time I looked up, all the camera people was around. I was like,
nice.
Oh, I just put my head down. But that was dope, though.
No, that's awesome.
Man, that's an awesome feeling. What positions did you play growing up? Because, I mean, you and I about the same size, average type dude. So I would assume running back, DB, receiver, maybe even some quarterback. Like, what position did you play?
All the ones that you named, and safety and stuff as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Which ones did you want to play? Did you kind of fall into your role now, or did you think I'm going to be something else?
I kind of always knew I was going to play like on the defensive side because they took one time me see somebody get hit on the slant route. I'm like, yeah, that ain't going to be me. Yeah, nah. So ever since then, I made the transition to defense, and I just stuck with it.
So you've been with the team, or this is what 4 games into the season. Had a big, huge Monday night. What are 1 or 2 things that you've learned since you've been in the league?
I just feel like it's hard to win in this league. Like every team is a tough team to play against. Everybody gonna have good scheme plays to scheme you up and beat you. So it's like in this league, there's no fall offs with teams. You can see around the league each week, like you used to be surprised that one team beat another.
Right.
But that's just how the league goes. So I'm just me, it's just hard to win this league, and you just got to go out there and continue to play.
Right.
NFC Defensive Player of the Week, 2 sacks, pick to the hoodie, 97 of them things. You know what I mean?
I did call that, by the way.
He did. He did. So we do pre-halftime and post-game show. We make our predictions.
Yeah.
And Big Ray predicted that you're going to take one to the house.
Oh,
so
shout out to Big
hey,
Ray.
big goes to Big Ray. So you've had like so much success early, man. You know, you're still a rookie, but when you prepare throughout the week, what keeps you going? What keeps you motivated?
My teammates, the way we just prepare and we talk to each other about every week and how we gonna play different concepts, different routes that teams like to run. And then when we self-scout ourselves and see how teams are going to attack us to beat different coverages, we just go out there and it's like every week we got to be on point. We got to be at our A1 every week because teams gunning for us. So that's really keep me level-headed throughout the week. And I just go out there and continue to prepare and just go out there and play football.
Well, it's not often that rookies get like big, huge compliments. It used to be you should be seen and not heard.
Yeah.
Right? But early in training camp, they were talking to Quandre Diggs, and he said that the energy and the swagger and the confidence and, like, bordering on cocky, I don't care what you call it, like, that some of the older players needed to see that. They needed to be reminded of that, and that you kind of brought that to them. What do you think about that type of a compliment?
Now that's dope though that he said that. Me, I just take it and run with it. So I'm like, Quandre said that, then yeah, you know, that's like my OG in the room. But yeah, I feel like I kind of remind the old guys of them younger selves and remind them that the game is always gonna be fun. So just go out there and continue to have fun. Go out there and just play your balls off and just go have fun.
Man, I remember when I was playing. Wasn't drafted as high as you. I wasn't drafted at all. I snuck through the back door. And I remember walking into the receiver room and seeing all these names and these guys and be like, man, I'm here right now.
Right.
You know, I would imagine that you had a moment where you felt like you arrived, man. Do you remember that moment and what was that like?
It's kind of a blur now. But when I first walked into the room, I'm like, I really played for this NFL team. So I'm like, I play for the Seahawks. And then all the rookies, we kept saying that to each other. We like, this our job. Like, this is our new lifestyle. So we just really couldn't get over it for real. And then after we had a mock game, and then the preseason happened, and I didn't get a chance to play. I'm like, I wanted to play with all the rookies. I'm like, y'all look like y'all having fun out there. I'm like, I want to go out there and have fun too. And then before you know it, the season was here, and then it got real. So it's like, now it's a 53-man roster, a practice squad, and you just see a lot of people faces that you've seen in OTAs and rookie minicamp that's not there anymore. So it's like, okay, this is a real business, a real job.
Yep.
So every day you go out there and got to prove it's an interview. So you just got to go out there and show them why you're worthy of being here.
So I think I read somewhere, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, that you were kind of like a late starter to football, and that your mom convinced you to play?
Yeah, so I played part 1 football, and then when I got to high school, I stopped. And then I ain't play again until my junior year because I was playing basketball. So
You got a game like that.
Oh, yeah, I was a hooper, though. it get like that on the court, though.
Yeah. But your mom, what was that conversation like with your mom?
She kept begging me to play football just one more time. I'm like, Mom, I don't want to play football no more. She was like, just please play one more year for me. I'm like, okay, I'm just tired of hearing this. It's been 2 years, and she steady been saying that. I'm like, okay, I'm just get 1 year out the way. And then after my first year, I got my scholarship offer to Troy University. And I never looked back. I just kept running with it.
So would you get mom as soon as you got that good little signing bonus?
Come on now. We can't speak on all that. My dude's taken care of, though.
Hey.
Keep the main thing the main thing.
That's what's up,
Taken care of,
man.
for sure.
Hey, we're happy you're here, man. You keep doing your thing. It's been a pleasure watching you
Yes.
play, and I'm excited to see how you grow from here, man.
Appreciate
Give it one more time for Devon Witherspoon.